Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is March 8th, 2026. It is a Sunday. Sunday. Welcome to the show. That was a little slow flamenco with a Whiskey Cowboy. Although I just noticed on YouTube I got a typo. I put a B in there. It's supposed to be Flamenco, but there's a B in there. I don't know. I have no idea why. Hey there, Allie. Welcome to the show. So that means I'm going to have to go in. I got to put it on my to-do list and get that rectified tomorrow, so I don't look like a retard. Say, hey, yeah, I already do. Too late. Well, it is what it is. As I was listening to the song as the show was rolling in, reminded me, my daughter this last week, my youngest, she's like, Dad, I don't know how you do it. It's like, what do you mean you don't know how I do it? She goes, I don't know how you find the notes, how you do the. Well, it's I don't read music. It's pretty. It's a bunch of lines it looks neat. I can't read a note. I play by ear. I know my fretboard. I know where the note should be. I couldn't tell you a B from a C, from a D, from an F. I couldn't tell you what the note is. Now you go, oh, play a C. I don't know. Can you play me a C? If you play me a C, oh, I'll play that. There you go. Bing, there it is. But I couldn't tell you what the notes are. But I see the music and I hear it. When I play, I hear the notes coming up a fraction of a second before they hit. Think of it like, have you ever listened to a song? You've never even heard the song before, right? You've never heard the song before. Don't know the lyrics. Don't know the tune. And you get halfway through the song and it's going along. And, hey there, Peggy, welcome to the show. And you can predict the words that are coming up, and you can predict the melody that's coming up. You can tell whether they're going to go high or low. You can even start humming along with it, and you're there. You've never heard the song before. Well, that's how my brain works when I'm playing. Is I know what should be there, and it manifests as long as it does. Sometimes it doesn't. I'll miss a note, but people who read music, they miss notes all the time too. So I'm not too concerned about that. But yeah, it's you think of it like. Let's say you're just humming a song. You're making up a song on the top of your head and you just hum the tunes. Well, you can hum it, right? Well, how did you know what note you had to hum? Well, you just did it. You just knew it was supposed to be there. Well, me playing the guitar is the same way. It's like me humming. It's like, okay, this is what's needed. Let's do it. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. Like I told her, said, remember when you first started driving and you had to think about everything. You get overwhelmed. You had to think about where your hands were. You had to think where you're looking. You got to, what you're doing with the gas pedal, what you're doing with the brakes, how you're turning. And everything. You're just thinking everything. You just think it. And it's so overwhelming. But now, after you've been driving a few years, you don't think about it anymore. You just do it. Well, again, same way with the guitar. I know what I'm supposed to do. I just do it. Now, it's mind and muscle memory. I went and I picked up my electric guitar yesterday because I get I've said this before, I get in these moods. I'm like, I really want a jazz box, okay? A semi-hollow or fully hollow electric guitar. Normally played for blues and jazz and stuff like that, but they were used for rockabilly and everything like that. It's fine. But because I like the tone. I'm after my tone. And I'm like, well, let me try to get the tone again. So I picked up my guitar and I plugged it in, and I plugged it into my electric amp. And I start fiddling with stuff, and I'm going, and I'm like, okay, this is it's getting a little better. Okay. Put some backing tracks on it to see if I could play along with it. My tone wasn't quite right. It just wasn't quite right. I can't get it. But what I also couldn't do is I couldn't play songs that I normally play. You go, well, what the hell? It's 6 strings. The fretboard is exactly the same. It's got the same number. Well, it's not. It's got the exact number of frets. Got the same notes. Why the hell can't I play the song? Why am I missing it every fucking time? Well, it's simple. The acoustic guitar has a wider neck. Okay? So it makes the strings further apart. You know, up and down, not from head to bridge, but the width of the not the length of the fretboard, the width of it. The strings are further apart. So how they feel on your fingers is totally different. Also, the scale length was different. The actual neck of the guitar is a little bit shorter than on my acoustic. So it's a little bit shorter, a little bit narrower, and where the frets and the neck line up with my body versus the body of the guitar is different. It's different. Everything is shoved down to the right. So my muscle memory, in comparison to my acoustic guitar, is totally shot. So I kept missing my notes. Why? Well, because the note should have been where you move your hand. It should have been there. And it wasn't, because it's a fret off or a fret and a half off. So I kept messing up. So it's like, okay, let's put the electric guitar down. It's got a real thin neck. Electric guitars have lighter strings, so they're super easy to play. That's why you see people with electric guitars generally play different than an acoustic guitar. But you'll notice me with my acoustic guitar, I play like a lot of people play their electrics. Well, it's because I got used to the gauge of the string, and I got used to the action height and the width of the fretboard, and so I just got used to it. So now when I switch over to an electric, it screws me up because everything's compact, and it's super easy. It's super easy. You don't have to do anything. Okay, so I put my electric guitar back down. I unplugged it, and I plugged back in my Taylor. And then plugged the other end into my acoustic amp. You can run an electric guitar in an acoustic amp. It'll do it. It'll do it. Acoustic amps are basically a PA system. It's a different thing than an electric guitar amplifier. They're different. But it's not good to run an acoustic guitar into an electric amp. Hey, Laurel, welcome to the show. Because they're different. They need different things. So I always run my acoustic guitar into my acoustic amp. Now I run my dulcimer because I'm running both piezos and humbucker on it. I run that sometimes in the electric amp and sometimes in the acoustic amp. It works just fine. But my straight acoustic goes into the acoustic amp. So, okay. So I plug it back into the acoustic amp. And I started fiddling around. Hey, there's my tone. There's my tone. It's like, oh, shit. I'm searching for the tone on the electric, but time and time again, it's like my Taylor has my tone. That's the Cowboy's tone. The only way that I can sort of emulate that, but I got to get a jazz box and a better electric amp. But I love the tone from the Taylor through my AC40. It's a Fender amp. So I'm running a Fender amp, Fender AC40, dual channel. I could run a microphone in through channel 1, or I can run my backing track through channel 1. And I always run my guitar through channel 2. And on channel 2, I run the reverb all the way up because it doesn't have heavy reverb on it anyways. But what it's allowing me to do is not use my reverb pedal. Why? Well, because I like just the slight reverb that the amp has on it thrown all the way up. Then I use my echo, or my delay, to delay. Echo delay, same thing, but it's a delay, over my reverb on the amp. It just gives it just a little bit more body. You don't notice a delay. It just makes it richer because I've got it timed up just right. So there's my tone. There's my tone. So every time I get dreaming about, oh, gee, I need a jazz box, and then I mess around with my electric guitar, and then I pick up my Taylor, it's like, what am I messing with? I love this guitar. It does everything that I need it to do. I love the sound. It's absolutely wonderful. So why? So yeah. And the missus, she's like, okay. She's heard it about 7 billion times. Because there's no cheap way for me to get the tone that I want with an electric guitar. There's no cheap way. Because there's a specific amp that I want. it's over $1,000. Which isn't bad, but I can't justify it. And then I need a jazz box. So we're looking at some good bucks there too. But it's like, I've got the sound that I like. I've got the tone that I like with my Taylor. But okay. We all there. Y'all walked with me while some people are coming in. New folks, when you come in, just say hey, and we'll say hey. The studio's hot tonight. Had to turn on the fan, so if you hear that in the background, got the fan on. We've been going snow, rain, hot, cold. It was over 50 again today. We're just all over the place. It's crazy. And you know how that works with a migraine. I had to cancel Wednesday's show. Same thing. We had a snowstorm Tuesday night. And by midday Wednesday, it was over 50 degrees. It's like, oh man, my head was like I had a vice on it and people poking my eyeballs out the back with a poker. It was not good. Laurel says we're going to be doing the Tokyo weather for next week. Tokyo weather? I don't get the reference. We're going to be doing the Tokyo weather for next week. Oh, yo-yo. Okay. That makes a hell of a lot more sense. It's like, Godzilla's coming. Just Tokyo weather. Yo-yo weather. Yeah, we've been doing yo-yo weather for a week and a half. It is horrible. It is horrible. Oh, my goodness. But the other day, I got some good news in. The state finally fixed the paperwork that I needed. So I'm all set to run business-wise. I'm all set. Now, I don't have products made because it's been cold too many days for me I need to open up the window to run the laser. I can't do it with the window shut. So I didn't want to waste all the hot air. So I'm like, okay, I'll put things off for a week. This week, I've got to start making products and get them ready. Like I said, they'll be ready for sale when they're ready for sale. That's just the way it is. I also announced I have put in an order. I got 100 of them coming. 3x3 round vinyl stop it stickers. So, because I know Laurel wanted some, and some other folks said they wanted them. Let's see if I can. I'll pull this up for folks. There we go. There she is right there. Now, I told them, I sent them the file. I said, just leave me a little bit of a white border around the outside edge. Just a little bit of a white border. 4x4 would be good too, but I couldn't justify the cost. 3x3s will be fine to start out with. So there'll be a black and white 3x3 vinyl. And I'll be probably ordering some more of those too. I'll be giving them in some of the orders that are made, and then I'll allow some people to purchase them as well. Haven't set a price yet, but just letting folks know they are in the works. I got my notification the other day. Yeah, you're going into production. It'll be 1 to 6 days before we get them made and then shipped out to you. So I'm like, okay, not a problem. Not a problem. So there's another thing done. I have a new external mailbox. Peggy says, do you have a mailing address? I do. Let me find it right here. I'm just going to say it, but if folks want it, go to my Facebook page, go to the ways to support my content page. It's pinned to the top. My new address is the Whiskey Cowboy, 497 Hooksett Road, number 366, Manchester, New Hampshire, 03104. That's the Whiskey Cowboy, 497 Hooksett Road, number 366, Manchester, New Hampshire, 03104. People go, you don't live in Manchester? No, I don't. I don't live in Manchester. But because of the way things go, I either have to go to Concord for this type of service, or I have to go to Manchester. Now, it's Manchester, but it's Hooksett. It's on, and Manchester is pretty dang big. It's one of our biggest, if not the biggest city in New Hampshire. And this is right on the edge. I mean, you can't get any more close to the border of what isn't Manchester. So it's still a good drive to get down there to get my stuff. If anybody sends me anything, just give me a heads up. Say, hey, Cowboy, you got something coming your way. That way I can make sure that I'm looking out for it. If it's a package and it won't fit, I had to get a medium box. They got small, medium, and large boxes. That's what pisses me off. I normally got a small box. .497 Hooksett Road, Manchester. No, you forgot the number there. .497 Hooksett Road, number 366, Manchester, New Hampshire. I'm sure if you forget the number, I'm the only Whiskey Cowboy there. But yeah, the number is number 366. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Oh, but put a space between the number and the there it is. So I go in there to get the mailbox. And the last time I had one some years ago, I got the small box, and it cost me like you folks knew. It's Hooksett Road. I put the address up there. Folks can grab it. Welcome to the show there, Gus. It's like 230. I thought it was like 240. I think it was somewhere around between 230 and 240 a year. So I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. And the gal's like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, what? She goes, no, businesses, you have to go medium or large now. Since when? Well, that's just the way it is. I'm like, well, hell, how much is that? And she goes, it's $98 for 2 months. Like, what? You got to be shitting me. $98 for 2 months? Whoa. I'm thinking, holy crap, what the hell am I going to do here? Because that ain't worth it for me. But I need an external for the business. So I'm like, oh, crap. Well, how much is it per year? I was expecting something stupid. Well, per year for a medium box, it was 320, something like that. So like 320, 330. So it was about $100 more. It's like, well, I guess I need to do that. So there we go. So I set up my box, got my key. Have a nice day, and I left. Peggy says maybe we can use Gus's address. I've threatened to do that before. So, yeah, I'm gonna use your address. And I asked the gal too. I said, hey, do you need my business number? Because you get a number for the state. She's like, no, I don't need that. I said, you don't need my business number. Oh, okay. So she set it up there. So there you go. The address is right there. The Whiskey Cowboy, 497 Hooksett Road, number 366, Manchester, New Hampshire, 03104. If you send something, let me know in advance that it's coming in so I can check on it. Because they email me if it's a box. If it fits within the mailbox itself, and a lot of packages are going to fit in there because it ain't teeny like it was before. They don't tell me. So I said, hey, can I give you a call like once a week and say, hey, do I have anything there? I said, because it's a stretch for me to drive on in. Because she knows my home address because it has to be on there. And she's like, yeah, yeah, it's not like a 2-minute drive. So now we're set. Gus says, sure. Just means come to my house. I just got to drive to Gus's. It's actually a longer drive to Gus's than it is to my new mailbox. Laurel says, boy, I was off on the road. Yes, you were, Laurel. That's what Gus was saying. Your spelling was all off. It's Hooksett. Not Hooksick. Hooksett. Hooksett. Hooksett Road. Manchester, New Hampshire. No, I don't live in Manchester. But so we're set there. So we're good. Now I got to get my website up and running. I got to get a bunch of products ready to, I say ready to ship. If they ain't ready to ship, they ain't going to be sold. I'm not doing that, and I won't take any custom orders. So that's the good news so far. That's the good news so far. Laurel says, at least there's a coffee shop on the backside. Is there a coffee shop on the backside? I know it's in the Mr. Max Plaza. Mr. Max is next to it. Did they have a coffee shop in the back? I didn't see a coffee shop. What are you talking about, Laurel? She must have Googled it. Pull it up on the map. Let's see what it. Aroma Joe's. Do they have an Aroma Joe's in the back of that one, huh? Oh, darn. Let's go right there. Boom. I'm going to pull right in there. Where are you? There it is. You're way up here. Get up here. Well, I'm zooming in here. There we go, the UPS store. VIP Auto Service, UPS Store. Taco Bell is next of it. What do we got here? This only shows two things. It just shows Mr. Mac and it shows the UPS. Because the building's just got two things. Where's Aroma Joe's? It must be down the street. I'll show you right here. Internet on. See, this is the UPS store here, and this is Mr. Mac's right next to it. Well, this says roadside outboards and oral health at home. It's like, no, it's Mr. freaking Mac's. That's weird. Next time I go down there, I'll have to look. VIP stores here, and there's Taco Bell is right here now. It's Rap City Sandwiches. Wasn't impressed with them. Dollar Tree. Where's Aroma Joe's? I don't know. I didn't see any of that. Whatever. I got my own coffee anyways. Speaking of coffee, tonight's coffee is Butter Pecan. Butter Pecan from New England brand. All right. We got some regulars in. Hey, Allie. You ready? She's like, ready for what? What the hell? Laurel says, and your coffee is probably much better. Oh, it is. It is. You ready, Allie? You ready? I got two gals to talk about. Allie goes, oh dear. I got two gals to talk about tonight. Two gals to talk about. These two gals have got people all flummoxed. Got people all flummoxed. The first one, that's not the first one. I'm going to say it's the second one is who we're going to start. We're going to talk about it in reverse. We got Candace Owens, and we've got Kristi Noem. Okay, we got Candace Owens and Kristi Noem. Now, folks who've been following my content for any amount of time knows what I think of Candace Owens. We'll get into that. The cowboy ain't wrong. I made a lot of predictions, and I tell people my thoughts on things. They can take it or leave it. I ain't never been wrong. Because if I don't know, I say I don't know. If I dial in on an opinion and I give you an opinion, you can put the money on that opinion. You don't have to. You don't have to. But in hindsight, you go, son of a mother. The cowboy was right again. Yeah. Because number one, if you go to my, let's see here. Who is this whiskey cowboy guy? It's another pinned comment on my Facebook page. It explains who I am. I ain't lying on any of it. I am a student of the human condition. I love psychology, history, human nature. Peggy says, oh dear, I'm tired of people selling out. Peggy's in for a ride. Candace Owens didn't sell out. She didn't sell out. Oh. Allie says, I used to like Candace. Now she's acting Delulu. I'm no longer a fan of hers. You got an interesting ride coming up, too. So we'll get to Candace Owens. Now Gus knows. Laurel probably knows. Judy probably knows, but I didn't think that she's seen here. People who go back some years, they know. Because look, when Candace first came on the scene, I let the world know exactly what I thought about Candace Owens. And I said, you watch out. You watch out. Tucker is right with her. Yeah. See, yeah. Tucker, and I didn't get into him much. Those who follow my content know as soon as he left Fox News, I said, watch this motherfucker go off the rails. because he's got no self-control. Tucker is a nut job. The only thing keeping Tucker in line up until he left Fox News was his handlers. That was it. It was like, okay, you watch. He is going to go off the freaking rails. Ta-da. People liked him. Oh yeah, he's going to give mainstream media a run for their money, and he's going to. It's like, no, he's not. You watch, he's going to go off the rails. Again, people can take it or leave it when I give my opinion on things. Hey, Judy, welcome to the show. You got in before I start talking about the two gals, but we're going to start with Kristi Noem. Because Allie had asked me about Kristi Noem on my Facebook page. Spoiler alert, she was fired. She was fired. Now, there tends to be two basic camps when it comes to Kristi Noem. Those that love her and those that hate her. I'm a realist, so I'm in neither camp. But here's the truth about Kristi Noem. She had no business being in that position. None. And I said so when she was appointed. She got no business being in that position. Why? She's a glory hound, and she was looking for political aspirations above her latest stint. She saw it as a way to grandstand and make a name for herself, and that's not who you need in those positions. I mean, you look back, most people didn't know any of the heads of any of these departments. You couldn't name the FBI director. You couldn't name CIA director. You couldn't name the Department of Homeland Security. You couldn't name anybody because you shouldn't need to know their name. When you know their name and they're in front of the camera all the time, there's a fucking problem. Okay? Because that's not their job. People go, oh, she did a great job. Nah, she did some things okay. She did a lot of shit fucked up. She didn't stave off what could have been very easily avoidable mistakes. Why? Why didn't she do that? Peggy says the people that worked with her hated it. Hate what? What do you mean by it? She's a glory hound. That's why they called her Ice Barbie. That's why she got the nickname Ice Barbie. Now, she ain't the only one. She ain't the only one that was playing tough, talking big smack, and looking for personal glory and spotlight. There's another gal in the same boat. He needs to can her ass too. Peggy said her attitude and policies. Yeah, she's a nightmare to work with. And she's been having a long time affair. I mean, come on. Laura goes Bondi. Ding, ding, ding. There you go. She shouldn't have been in there. Kash Patel, I don't think that he's suited for his job either. So it's not, for me, it's not a, let me get something out of the way really quick. Trump is a horrible, horrible judge of character. I mean, fucking horrible. He does great business deals and stuff like that. He can't appoint shit to save his ass. We found that out his first term. People think he was going to be different now. They were hoping. Nope. Same guy. He just likes going, hey, this sounds good. This looks, hey, I think that the image is going to be right. Let's slide this fucker in there. Hope they do a good job. His first administration was a train wreck. Train wreck. Why? Because he's a horrible judge of character. He is a horrible judge of who to put in places. Horrible. Now, in the business world, it's quick. They start screwing up, you just can them. He did a lot more of that much quicker on this first administration. He didn't do it this time. Now, people are saying, I've been hearing people say that the reason he got rid of Kristi Noem was to appease the rhinos. Well, again, I'll tell you, Donald Trump is a rhino. I've said this before. Both him and J.D. Vance are rhinos. They are Republicans, and I don't mean that as an insult. They are Republicans in name only. They're both old school Democrats. They're far right than most Democrats now, but they're not Republicans. He didn't get rid of her to appease, quote unquote, rhinos. He got rid of her because she was a liability that he couldn't cover up and avoid anymore. Like I said, she's also had a long and well-known affair with one of her staff members. This isn't news. And then in the last hearing, she was asked about it, and she couldn't even say no. She didn't say no. She played the, how dare you ask that question? Yeah, bitch, I'm asking because it's a valid question. Getting all indignant about being asked does not absolve you of the issue at hand. Answer the question. She refused to answer it. She just wanted to get indignant. Everybody knows she was having an affair. Everybody knows. This isn't even a this isn't even a something. This isn't coffee maker and water cooler gossip. Everybody knew. Hell, they got their phone logs. They got their text messages. They got their video of him and her hooking up. I mean, not the acts on tape, but, you know, you don't go to X, Y, and Z place in the middle of the night. It's like, come on. It's insulting to everybody. Peggy says, like with everything, we had a choice with him or Kamala, and back in the day, I voted for Trump. I got no choice. I did not vote for Trump the last go-around. I did not vote for Trump the first go-around. That's why I always get a kick out of people saying, oh, you're a Trumper. You don't fucking know me. He's a fairly decent businessman. He is a populist, and he runs things different than the average politician. And people go, he's not a politician. He's a fucking politician. He just does things a little different. He's the right man for the job this time around. We had no choice. I did not want him. I think that there was much better choices. Now, would things have played out the way they did? Maybe, maybe not. I still think whoever was going to be running against the Democrats, they would have been in office. Peggy says we vote against the opposition. Allie says, just see my last comment. Allie. Your last comment was... No, the last comment I see from you, Allie, was I used to like Candace, and now she's acting Delulu. That's the last thing that came up. So no, I'm not, but I don't hate him either. I couldn't back him. I think he does a lot of nice things, but there's some shit about Trump that yeah. So no, that same way as, and people, oh, you're MAGA. Nah, I ain't MAGA either. Not MAGA either. I am an independent, unaffiliated. I say independent, but they think I'm an unaffiliated independent. Independent as in I'm unaffiliated. I am a true old school constitutional conservative. Now, that said, I almost always vote Democrat, or always vote Republican. I used to be a Republican. I jumped that ship back a while ago. It's like, no. But no, Allie, I didn't see it. So okay, so we've got scandals with Nome. We've got mismanagement from Nome. We've got internal conflict and abrasion from Nome. Then we add on top of it her what was it, $20 million commercial ad campaign where she's sitting on a fucking horse talking about, if you're an illegal alien, you're not wanted here. And it's like, that was a Kristi Noem for president campaign is what that was. That's all that was. Trump was pissed. Now, he's reassigned her. He didn't just leave her flapping in the wind. He did what happens almost always. I try to tell people, it's not a lateral move. You don't change somebody from a major department head and then turn them basically into an ambassador. That's a demotion. That's a we're getting rid of you because you can't do any harm here. So they got this fancy club that she's going to be America's representative in with for the security of the Americas. Ain't nobody that's going there into the conference has any power and authority to do anything. They're just sitting down and talking. So it's like, yeah, sort of prestigious, but she got no power and authority. She was fired. She was fired. Make no mistake. So when Allie wrote, yeah, I heard she wasn't fired. She was just given another position that she was fired. Everybody knows she was fired, except for people that think, oh, she did a great job. If you think she did a great job, you ain't looking at the whole picture. She is a fucking train wreck. Shouldn't have been appointed. Neither should Pam Bondi. And again, like I said, Kash Patel, not thrilled with that one either. But Trump routinely picks the wrong people. So look for some more changes coming down the pipe. Because they're coming. But yeah. Yeah, and she will never get my vote. Laurel says she showed up for the photo ops. Yeah. It was she used the job as a springboard for future aspirations, is what she did. It was all about her. But the show horses, I call them show ponies. She's one, Pam Bondi's another one, and that complete moron that they brought in, he was the Border Patrol agent that was sent in to Minnesota to run the ICE operations for DHS. I got one look at him on camera and I said, this is not going to end well. I'm sure he does great down on the border. That's what's needed down on the border. A paramilitary wannabe commando strutting around like a banty rooster, crowing to high heaven with his tactical gear on, trying to look all tough. All fucking 5'2" of him. It's like, this shit ain't going to end well. But again, folks can either take what the cowboy says and place their money on it, or just think that I'm full of shit and don't know what the hell I'm talking about. There's so many people. People were appointed for the show, and I hate the show. Now, why was Obama able to do more than Trump did? In other words, got rid of more people without the problems. It wasn't just the Democrats. It's because they weren't making a show of it. They weren't making a show of it. This was a screw up from both the Republicans and the Democrats. Allie says, okay, sorry, daughter, and her drama just called. I did miss you answering my question, or did you even get my... No, your comment didn't come up. The last comment that came up before that, it says, I used to like Candace now, and she's acting to Lulu. But by all means, my show does not take priority in your life. Take care of what you need to take care of. But yeah, it's all. But see, Trump is a showman. That's why every time the left is screaming to high heaven about something that Trump's going to do, it's because of the show that he put on. And I'm like, Jesus, they haven't learned this already? Stop it. It's a show. And I tell you, I hate the show. We as the American people should not even know what the fuck is going on. It should be so non-impactful in our lives, but everybody it doesn't matter what they do and what their experiences in life, they're all now social commentators, they're all political scientists, they're all, it's like, stop it. No, We talked about that on that same thing about like the Epstein files. Said none of them should have been released. None. Because there's no good that's going to come from it. Why? I've been there, done that. I've done investigations. I know what happens. There is no good. Because most all of it's going to have to be redacted. And there's shit that just, it passes your desk and you go, fuck, this is stupid, and you throw it away. Well, now everything's collected, and now so all of the junk information is mixed in with the good information. So people, it's stupid. No. Look, if you want to worry about the Epstein files and you want to know everything, then you go and become an investigator. Ali said, YouTube won't let me comment. I will log out and log back in. Well, that's weird because I got that. Okay, well, we'll be here. Everybody thinks they got to know everything. There's a time that's what your representatives are supposed to do. But they're too busy doing a dog and pony show now. Holy crap. So, there we are. Trump's got some messes to clean up. Thankfully, the Democrats are helping us out. The data is in. California is losing Democrat support. They're losing Democrat support. So, and then that's one of their strongholds. They're losing support. Now, the mainstream media, they're yelling about, yes, the Democrats are on the rise and all this. No. Few key areas, they're locked in strong. But they've always been locked in strong. Ain't nothing changed. They're losing support. So the midterms is going to be interesting. That doesn't mean that we can just sit back and just kind of relax. No, get out there and vote. Get out there and vote. Don't hand it to them. Get out there and vote. Hey, Allie, welcome back. But we've got some gifts. They are running some real nutcases. It's going to be very difficult for them to win in a statewide or national election. But okay, Allie, go ahead and try to post up again what you wanted to ask. If it doesn't come through, let's pop this up here. Go and shoot me a message on Facebook, and I'll read the message when it comes in. Because I have the power. I can do that. It's like, oh, you're like a god. No. I am a god. No, I'm just kidding. No. Okay, Ali says, the people who are being spoken about are rhinos. Oh, yeah. Again, that's a loaded term because I'd say at least 3/4 of the Republican Party are rhinos, and I don't say that as an insult because again, Donald Trump and J.D. Vance are rhinos. Here's why I don't like the term anymore is people like to use it as a derogatory term just on somebody that they don't like. You can be conservative right down the line and shift slightly to the left on one issue and you're a fucking rhino. No, that means they're a person. It's like just stop it. That's why it's kind of hard to rhinos. They're the whole party's full of rhinos. They'd be classic Democrats, old school Democrats, blue dog Democrat. Tulsi Gabbard, she ain't conservative. Now she's an independent now, but people are like, oh yeah, no, she's a Democrat. She's a blue dog Democrat. She hasn't changed her stand on anything. I warned people about the Big Ten. Big Ten's going to collapse. I told people, I said 4 to 8 years and the Republican Party is going to implode. I just hope that we're solid enough, to be able to weather the shit because they've got too many. Gus says, welcome to my world, Allie. Yeah. Half of what Gus posts doesn't get sent out there. But okay, now let's talk about... Allie says, I feel super censored this time around. I need to be super creative. Be super creative. Okay, so we covered Noam. Yeah, she was fired. But I wasn't going to get into it on my page because there's a bunch of people, they see only what they want to see. Which leads me to Candace Owens. Candace Owens just took off her mask. Candace Owens didn't change. Those who have followed me from the get-go, from her meteoric rise, know exactly what I said about Candace Owens. Candace Owens is a grifter extraordinaire. Her actual views are far left. She's a leftist. Always has been. And Gus says loser. Who's a loser? Candace? Yeah. Allie says, I don't have a filter much anymore, except on here. If you got to say something really, really, you go ahead and you message me on Facebook, if possible. I'll read it. Candace was, I'd say, some people say she was up to her eyeballs in debt. No, she was underwater. She was underwater in debt. And her last big push to make money and to get sort of power and clout is she ran a website that was dedicated to doxing conservative people. Gus says Zoom works great. Trust me. Hey, if you want me to open up the Zoom, I can go ahead and start that. You just got to let me know. I didn't even get it running because nobody's been using it. But if you want to jump on Zoom, I'll go ahead and I'll open up the room, and then you can just talk. But unless you got another thing, you can't talk and watch the show at the same time. So okay, was a website to dox conservative folks. Okay, she's not a good girl, but she even failed at that. So she shut that down, and 5 minutes later, she was on the scene marketing herself as a conservative. Now, that's where the grift comes in. She is rather intelligent, but she's fucked in the head. But she knew that the right was looking for their next darling. She's young, articulate, attractive, black, woman, conservative. Holy shit, she won the lottery on that one. She just had to act the part, and she did. And she did a damn good job. And I told people, don't buy this shit. Another gal, she was talking to me on Facebook, and she was like, no, she really believed what she argued well and defended the points well. It's like, of course she did. Duh. And I wrote to her and I said, I can present a leftist argument and defend it well. I can. Doesn't mean I'm a leftist. So she comes up, whoa, I didn't say you were a leftist. It's like, no, I didn't say you said that I was a leftist. I was giving a demonstration. Here's an example, I can make a leftist argument and defend it as if I was a leftist. You could not distinguish me from any of the other leftists out there. That doesn't mean that I'm a leftist. When you go and you watch a movie, do you think that's really a spy? They're acting. Candace was on stage every moment that she was in the public light. She was acting. She knew what to say, and she played the part. Now, Again, I warned people. She was after clout and, by all accounts, Charlie Kirk and TPUSA. And she struck out on both of those. Charlie married his wife, had kids. TPUSA did their own thing. Candace was never a main player in it. She was a peripheral at best, and that wasn't good enough for her. So, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. She's jealous, she's pissed, she's angry, she's spiteful, she's vindictive. Now, folks can also remember when Candace was hired by Daily Wire. And I said, bad fucking move, Ben. Jeremy and Ben made a horrible mistake because they bought her act hook, line, and sinker. I said, this ain't going to end well. Again, like I said, you Gus says, and now she is attacking his, right. She's attacking everybody. Everybody. You'll notice her big Jew hatred came when she was working for Daily Wire. Not much Jew talk before that. Well, it's because Ben Shapiro is a Jew. She is an outright anti-Semitic. See you next Tuesday. Allie says, got to go, family emergency. Okay, Allie, I hope everything works out okay. We'd be praying for you. So Candace was finagling for grandeur. Both Ben and Jeremy asked Candace while she worked for them, what do you actually believe? What do you actually believe? And Candace said, I believe what the viewers believe. What the fuck kind of answer is that? I can tell you what it is, and they finally started to get a clue. She's an actress. She's acting. She will give her audience where she perceives the worth. She will give them what they want to hear. Things falling into shape now. She didn't lose her mind. She lost her conservative audience. Some stayed. She's now going for the conspiracy theory, anti-Jewish shit show audience because they're rabid. They are rabid. That's why Candace is doing what she's doing. Candace is also, like every other liberal entertainer out there, treats her staff and those around her like shit. She's got to be the center of attention. She's getting ego, man. I said, look, you watch her productions up through, and it's like she made herself not into a just a thoughtful commentator about things. She saw herself as a superstar, a superhero. You know, you look at the ad stuff that she put out and the graphics and stuff. It's like, yeah. Yeah. This is the Candace. This isn't about any issue. This is about Candace. I get branding. I'm the Whiskey Cowboy. I get branding. I don't go that way. And I keep my shit. My shit is right down the middle, right where it's always been. I don't change what I say and do because I know it's going to get me accolades. It's what you want to hear. I tell you the truth. Those who follow my content for long periods of time, they follow me because they want the truth. They don't want to hear this or that or this. They want to hear the truth. That's it. And they'll get it from me. I'll give them the truth. That's why I'm these two gals, Noam and Owens. It's like, man, you people, you're stupid. I warned you. I warned you. And people are still like, oh, I didn't see it coming because you didn't listen. You didn't have your eyes open. And like that other gal that wanted to, disagree with, I agree with you on everything else, but this, it's like, yeah, because you're being stupid. I laid it out for her. There it is. But was it Mark Twain said it's easier to fool people than it is to convince them that they're fooled? I'm paraphrasing. I don't know if that's exact. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they've been fooled. And that's the same thing with Candace. No, they weren't fooled by Candace. No, Candace somehow is just, she's changed. She's changed. No, she just took off the mask and went in a different direction. She went in the direction she thought was going to make her more money. Why do you think she married her husband? You think that was really true love? She married some rich nobility from England? Really? Little black girl from the United States? How does that work? Go and check out their relationship. Go and check out how they met, the different things they're finagling. Yeah. Somebody else asked, how can her husband allow her to do this? Because he doesn't care. Yeah. Their relationship is it's not true love. I'd say it's no more true love than Bill and Hillary's. It was a financial and political and social move for both of them. But then there's consequences for it. Yeah, well, you got a sleeping soul. She got a kid. And they lame it out. Oh, she lost her mind after the kid. No. People don't want to. They don't want to believe they've been fooled. Okay, then I guess I'm just really lucky fucking guy. I need to start hitting the casinos or something. I got so much luck that I can predict this shit years in advance and go, you've been fucking warned. And then it just happens to come true. No. That's why it's difficult to pull the wool over my eyes. I am a pessimist by nature. And I understand human nature. And the same way as when I go into any situation, what I do is I try to deal with all the negatives first. Don't get lost in the positives. That'll get you screwed up every time. Deal with all the potential negatives first. Then the positives will fall into place. But yeah, Candace. Okay. But hey, how you been liking Road Apple Media? Road Apple Media. For the folks that aren't familiar, on the last show, which was a full week ago, folks had wanted me to do a satire page for some time, and I'm like, I just don't know. Gus says, wait, Bill doesn't worship the ground Hillary walks on? No way. Right? That's the whole thing with Bill Clinton, too. It's like, anybody who doesn't know that and it always gets me, I told the missus, he's not a good-looking guy. He's never been a good-looking guy. But Bill Clinton had charisma. He had charisma. He had charisma and connections. And that got him everything. And by everything, I mean pussy. Bill Clinton, you think Bill and Hillary were this lovesick? It's like, no, that was another financial move and political and power move by both of them. And she was willing to sit on the back burner to drift, to ride Bill's coattails in. And you saw what she did with it. She did her own shit, and that's fine. But yeah, it's like... Bill. But again, it's like, oh, big surprise. Oh, gee, Monica Lewinsky. I was like, it wasn't, oh my God, it was well, no shit. It's Bill Clinton. It's Bill Clinton. Look, the sanctity of the Oval Office and the position of president, it's never stopped them from dipping their wick. Presidents were notorious for extracurricular activities. It's nothing new. And it's like, and you're like, Bill Clinton, are you fucking kidding me? Really? Really, you had any doubt? I can guarantee Monica took a lot of heat for a lot more that was going on than did, because everybody was focused on that dalliance. Goodness. It's Bill Clinton. It's like, do you know anything about him? I mean, granted, when he was on, Google wasn't really a big thing. But look, basic. It's Bill Clinton, the Arkansas horn dog. You know, there was no secret who and what Bill Clinton was. And it was him doing at the hearing. And the lawyers had to take the Epstein photos papers away from him, because he was practically just like, if he could have, he probably could have whacked it right then. You know, so he was just having a grand old time. But yeah, it's Bill Clinton. It's Bill Clinton. Like, holy crap. Okay, where was I? Oh, Road Apple Media. Thank you. Road Apple Media. There we go. So, folks had wanted me to do a satire page for a while, and I'd said, no, I'm not going to do it. No, but everything, it's too fucking easy. It is too easy. So we discussed names. Some were okay, but they weren't going in the right direction, or some of them were taken and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, I'll figure this out. So by the next morning, I had come up with Road Apple Media. I had the concept in my head. So what was that? Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. So it was this Monday. It was last Monday. And I'm like, Road Apple Media. Okay, because I was going to Road Apple Gazette. Yeah, that's okay. But it's kind of, I want to hit more than just old school folks. Like Road Apple Media. Oh, media. Yeah, okay. So then I can do satire, jokes, cartoons, whatever. It's media. So I go, okay, so now what do I want to do? I need a logo. Well, I want a logo that when you look at it, you know what it is, but you don't know what it is, unless you know what it is. Well, you look at that logo right there. It's a road with an apple behind it. So you go, okay, Road Apple, got it. Media, got it, great. Done. Well, that wasn't by happenstance the way the logo turned out. Red is the symbol of stop, okay? A red circle with a diagonal slash across it is the universal, and it's worldwide, of don't do it. So it's do not enter, do not park, do not whatever. It's do not do it. Okay? So you've got subliminally red stop, don't do it, and then Road Apple. It's like, oh, it's freaking glorious. Didn't have to fight with it. It just worked. And I'm like, I need a catchphrase. Seriously unreal. Oh, there we go. Now, I'd gone and I'd checked to see whether Road Apple Media was taken. It wasn't. It's not been used. Seriously unreal is not a term that's floating out there. So it's like, oh, we are just knocking this down. So then I worked up the simple graphics, got it up there, started the page, and there it is. So it's a satire, comedy, and humor. Road Apple Media. I share their comment. My comment, I share its comment over on my Whiskey Cowboy page. I also now have on Instagram. Road Apple Media is on Instagram, so go ahead and follow it there. I believe Laurel is following me already. I don't have very many followers there. And I've got my style. You'll notice that the first couple ones that I put up there were a little bit different. Okay, let's see here. Go back to the first. And the very first one was Tucker Carlson. Now, the colors work, but you can see I'm still kind of playing with the feel. And I'm not satisfied. I didn't like this. So then we went to the next one. It's like, ooh, we're doing better. We is doing better. Okay. Oh, hey, here we go. And this is more of the Babylon Bee style. And see, and there we go. We've got the general feel, the look, layout. So we're set. So I've been cranking out at least one a day, sometimes 2 or 3. Excuse me. So if you're on Facebook, go to Road Apple Media on Facebook and follow. If you're on Instagram, go ahead and follow there. As soon as I put the way I do it is I put the content on the Facebook page. I share it on the Whiskey Cowboy Facebook page, and then I publish it on the Instagram Road Apple Media page. And I think it's doing pretty good. It's too damn easy. It's too damn easy. Some of the stuff is so on the nose, it's not even satire. Just like, I can't help it. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. But I hope folks like it. Laurel says that she likes it. No, she says love it. Yeah, I like I like Big D sending Candace a text. Let's pull that up for folks. Here's what I put up. There's the devil, and he's texting Candace Owens. Says, first off, let me say that I'm your biggest fan. But holy hell, girl, it's even been a bit much for me. You may want to slow your roll a tad. Again, huge fan. XOXO Big D. I played around with I did like where the XOXO was. I tried like see you soon. And I thought that was a little on the nose. And I just went to XOXO. I just thought it was a good middle ground. Let's see another one that folks might want to see. Oh, it's another Candace Owens one. Candace Owens proclaims that while the earth used to be round, it is now flat, and that is because the Jews reshaped our planet for their evil goals. She has gathered irrefutable proof of this and will expose it to the world on her next podcast. That's exactly like she does everything. She goes on in her podcast and she's like, I've got all of this proof on this. I'm going to expose it, and you just watch my next. And she never. It's never there. That's my boy, Satan, about James Tallarico. Oh goodness. Oh, that's a good one, too. James Tallarico predicts a landslide victory in the midterms. He is confident that he is going to lock in the votes of at least 4 of the 6 genders. That comes from he was giving testimony someplace. I forget where it was. And he was talking. He's like, yeah, and the scientists have said that there's 6 genders. And it's like, oh, you are a fucking moron. This guy is... He is a complete shit show. But yeah, go on over if you're on Facebook. Go to Road Apple Media and follow there. If you're on Instagram, follow me there. Laurel said I had never heard of him before. And most people haven't. He is a local Texas phenomenon. He came out of the blue. He was from nowhere, and they're marketing him similar to what they did with Virginia with their governor. They marketed her as a moderate, and she's not. She's a fucking leftist. They're trying the same thing with him. Now, if you ever come up to videos of him at his church where he's preaching, number one, he ain't preaching the gospel. He's preaching bullshit. It's woke liberal hogwash, and he is twisting scripture and outright being hypocritical about it. Now, if you look at the audience, he's not preaching to a packed church, and most of them are probably on the last couple paychecks for their Social Security Social Security checks. Or says, one of those. Yeah. He's a real piece of work. Now, some people started to point that out when I was saying that Jasmine Crockett lost the primary. And I just thought it was funny that she lost to a white guy after her whole fucking Texas is racist and all this other shit, and she lost to a white guy. I did not want to get into that he's actually worse than she is, and he is. He is way fucking worse than Jasmine Crockett. But I just thought it was funny that he beat her. But yeah. And like I had pointed out, he had said when he was in his acceptance speech, he said this. He said, I posted it up today. They're going to throw everything they have at us. They're going to call me a radical leftist. They're going to call me a fake Christian. They'll call our movement un-Texan. Yeah, because it's un-Texan. It's un-American. You are a fake Christian, and you are a leftist. But he said it in that way, where they mock and scoff at something, and they think that. But it's like me going, yeah, and they think I'm tall. They're gonna claim they're gonna claim that I wear a cowboy hat. Can you believe that? Yeah. Can you imagine? They're even going to call me a cowboy. Yeah. Scoffing and ridiculing the truth doesn't change it suddenly into not being true. He is everything and more than what he is being called on. It's not made up shit. It's not that he isn't a leftist. Oh, well, he's a moderate. He's a centrist. No, he's not. He's a leftist. He's a fake Christian. He's blasphemous. Blasphemous. I said apocryphal. That's different. You know why I said apocryphal? He brings up the books of St. Thomas and a bunch of other stuff in his sermons a lot of times. They're apocryphal books. They're not part of the canon. And they're not part of the canon for a reason. But he likes to pick and choose from the Apocrypha, the outside books and scrolls and documentations. Because I think St. Thomas was something like 60 to 140 years was when the book of Thomas was written after Jesus' death. Now you do the math. 60 to 140 years. Yeah. And it said a bunch of weird shit in it. But he likes doing that. But he doesn't point this out to the people in his church who are, geriatric would be the bare minimum that I can say about it. They're like, they got a couple more Social Security income checks coming in. And he preys on that. Creepy little fucker is what he is. Oh my God. But yeah. So that's why you never heard about him. He's just a local phenomenon. By all indications, he shouldn't be able to take the state. He shouldn't be able to carry the state. I hope the hell not. We need a Republican in that seat. Whether they're a rhino or not. We need a Republican in that seat. Nah, you'll always hear the hard truth from me. I don't go with the flow just because. If you see me going with the flow, it's because the flow is going in the right direction. That's all it is. Gus said God is non-binary. Yeah, because yeah. Yeah. He's playing on a technicality. He's technically correct. He is. When it comes to God, there really is no binary, but is always God the Father, God the Son, and the Holy Spirit. No female, but stated in the male. But sex and sexuality doesn't apply to God. He also says that because God is non-binary people on earth as well as transgender are in the image of God. And it's like, no, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. If you want to get really technical about it, God made man in his own image. He didn't make woman in his own image. He made man in his own image. And then man needed a partner, and of the man he made a woman to work together, because we need counseling, we need counseling, consolation, encouragement, a partner. That's what we need. But nowhere in Scripture can you freaking. He brings up that supposedly it was said. Gus says, truth or not, nope, that's just me. No, I get you. No, I know exactly what you. Yeah, it was a bullshit move. It was a bullshit move. Laurel says, because we need each other. Correct. Spot on. Man needs woman, woman needs man. But woman wasn't put on earth to rule over man. It was to be our partner, to be our mate, to bond, to then be one together. That's that's man and woman. People keep fucking that all up. But yeah, so yeah, Gus, he was playing a bullshit game. He knew what he was saying, and he knew that it'd be taken the way that it was taken, and that's bullshit. It's bullshit. God is not non-binary. God is God. No one before death can even look upon the face of God. There was one man that saw God, the back of God. And that was all God was going to give him, because any more than that would just explode the dude. But yeah, it's don't pull this shit the same way as I got an email in back sometime recently. Some time ago makes it seem like a lot. No, recently, and it was the typical. They were going to inform me. Gus says, yeah, it just made me 100%. This guy is. Yeah, no, you're spot on. You're spot on. He's a nutcase. Where Jesus was non-binary and trans. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard that. You've seen. Have you seen the argument about that? Because there was not a man. Mary without a man produced the child, so and therefore we lack the chromosomes that the man would pass on, and it's all fucking horse shit. It's like, oh God, that's not. Stop it. But yeah, he's a real nut job. He is a real nut job. But now he's catapulted on the national stage because Jasmine Crockett was known. Gus says I ignore that crap. Nope. Yeah, he's an idiot. And yeah, and all the it's like, oh, stop it. Speaking of that, man, Laurel says must be a prerequisite for. They're going further and further left. It's their downfall. When actually polled, most, even Democrats they're not as far left as their politicians that they elect. They're not. Most Democrats are centrists. In spite of what you see on social media, most Democrats are centrists or slightly left. They're not outright leftists. Only the real vocal ones. And then it's a performance act. It's stupidity. But the left are trying to the Democrats are trying to out leftist themselves. It's like, oh, what a bunch of retards. Crazy. In here, I was worried about Tulsi getting elected. Lord Almighty, I'll take every Democrat in office being a Tulsi Gabbard. We're gonna disagree on some things, but she ain't crazy. She ain't crazy. Speaking of crazy, RFK Jr., bless his heart. Laurel says she's not batshit crazy. Nope. Gus says, I don't know about that. The four that represent our state are bad. What, Democrats or? Yeah. Well, New Hampshire's a weird state. RFK Jr., let me get back to him. Too many drugs. Here's another thing about, he's fit. That guy's on so much juice and HGH that he's got testosterone replacement therapy and human growth hormones. Stop it. He needs to keep his shirt on. And that's coming from me. I've taken a picture without my shirt on before. But I am not in his position. He needs to stop it. And him asking, he's just asking questions about the sugar in the coffee. He's not fucking asking questions. He's wanting them to prove that it's not harmful to teens and children, so that he can then put a restriction on it. I know his game. He's a Democrat. Nanny state. And now the left are like, they're pulling the come and take it. When it was their party that wanted to ban large sodas, and the populace said, no, we don't want this. It was their politicians that wanted to do it. The people don't want that. It's like I said, the politicians are far left of the people. The politicians are left of the people. And so now, like Massachusetts, they're like, yeah, come and take it. It's like, I'm with them on this, but where were you about the sodas? It's just, I hate that. It's like, it's not a fixed stand based on actual principles and morals. It's about who's doing what. Oh, if we ban it, it's okay. If you ban it, it's tyranny. No, it's tyranny across the board. Now, that doesn't mean that the government doesn't play a role. Yeah, it does. Keep poisons, actual poisons, out of foods. Gus says ban the big gulp. Yeah. And the people weren't having it. They're like, oh, hell no. Like I said, politicians are virtue signaling and trying to nanny state shit. And even those that elected them, they ain't that far left. Stupid. The FDA shouldn't even be involved in this issue. Do you know the FDA was started about just truth in labeling? They weren't supposed to regulate every drug and every drink and every food item and every process. That's the same way as like the Interstate Commerce Clause. The government wasn't supposed to get in the way and regulate interstate commerce like they do. That's not the point. It was to prevent states from putting bottlenecks and stopping interstate commerce. It was basically The federal government is preventing states from not playing well with each other. It was never meant to. The federal government is now going to regulate every aspect of anything that moves across state lines. That's not what it was for. Same way with the Waters Act. It wasn't so they could regulate every damn body of water that crossed state lines or that flowed across boundaries. That's never the point. That was never the point, never the intent. It was to prevent states from stopping the flow of traffic on waterways and or stopping the water between states. That's what it was for. But the government can't fucking stop themselves. Got to keep digging in. Stick their fingers in someplace. So yeah, most of the shit the FDA does the same way as the EPA. The EPA got stupid and they got smacked down and they're starting to rein them in. The FDA needs to have the same thing done to it. And Department of Health and Human Services, fuck that. They got no authority for anything. They need to just shut the fuck up. Tired of that shit. Tired of it. Department shouldn't even exist. So many departments shouldn't even exist. Oh, but they have to regulate it because people do stupid things and then they get sick and then we have to pay for them. It's like, stop paying for them. I said this again. It's not that I want people to die. I don't want people to die. But people's bodies and their lives and the choices they make in life are exactly like what you see with rental properties and rental vehicles. Why do you think rental vehicles get beat the fuck up? Because people don't give a shit about them. It ain't their responsibility. They're just going to run it, drive it any way they want to, same way with a rental property, and somebody else will take care of it later on because it ain't theirs. Now we're doing the same thing with life choices. Fuck it, I don't have to do anything. Did you hear the Pawn Stars, is that what it is? The Pawn Stars guy? One of the ones from yeah. The gambling place. Okay. Las Vegas? Wasn't that from Las Vegas? Something like that? I don't know. Where were the Pawn Stars from? Wherever. One of their guys got into a motorcycle accident. And he's on social media now. Hey, give to my yep, can't think. GoFundMe. Give to my GoFundMe account to help pay for my medical bills. Okay, so you chose to drive a motorcycle. You got into an accident, and you've got a net worth of over $5 million and you can't pay for your own medical bills. Now, I understand that's not liquid cash, but at what point, it always gets me, these people. It's like, I work my ass off and I get ridiculed for saying, hey, you want to buy me a cup of coffee? Here you go. Here's the donation link. Send me $5. And I work my ass off for it, and people ridicule me for it. But you got people that ain't doing a goddamn thing, and they're raking in $100,000, $200,000, $1 million for nothing? For nothing? I swear to God, those things are a bane, a fucking bane. What could be a good thing is always set up for the wrong fucking reasons, and the wrong people are getting it. But the funny part is I sit back and I laugh because I know how much money they're supposed to be paying in taxes. And I guarantee a lot of those people ain't paying them taxes. It's like, oh, you thought that you had a good deal going? You got in all this money here? Did you set aside, 30 to 40% of that? Did you set that aside? Or did you just fucking spend it? People. Oh, my goodness. Nobody's talking. They're like, John's wound up. John's wound up. He's going. We're just drafting in behind him. Yeehaw. Oh my goodness. Maybe I need to start making some content about the Jews, space lasers, and aliens. I think Bigfoot's really Mossad. Hairy fucker. God. I tell you, the amount of cleanup I've done in the past handful of days, you have no idea. I posted up snippets of some of the stuff that was there, but you have no idea. Laurel says, along for the ride and gaining some knowledge and laughs. Yeah. Let me try to get some good laughs in there. But, yeah, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So start work tomorrow. I'm going to start, going to go in, clean the laser again, and then try to set it up. It takes a while to get it set up the first time because that laptop's old. What's the count up to? Which count? Get some more coasters done up and ready to take out to the wood shop. Like I said, I'm going to do a slight bevel on the underside, and then a cork pad that covers the whole bottom of it. What's the count for what? You don't even fucking want to know my Meta earnings and shit. Holy shit. Oh, Facebook. I'll get that to you in a second. Facebook. 31,104. That's what just pulled up right now. Give or take. 31,104. Views are down 21.3% from the last rolling. They're shadow banning me. I went from, remember, I was doing 20 million views. 20 million views. Now, for the big channels, that ain't much. For me, it's huge. I'm now at 12 million 269,000. That's 8 million gone. Laurel says they're screwing you over again. They are. My earnings. Woohoo! I'm now down 48.8% from the last rolling. I'm at $710.89 for the rolling 28. That's despicable. But I actually went up because I was damn near 60% down. Yeah, so I've actually gained a little bit. It's crazy. It's crazy. So that's why I'm also hoping that that Road Apple Media can help with that. Now, supposedly I can't earn money, but I'm going on the back end on the Road Apple Media. Look at this. See what it says there? Approximate earnings. So these are the posts and the approximate earnings. So I'm tabulating. So I'm actually tabulating earnings. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get that kicking out. We need more people to start following Road Apple Media. I think folks like it, but again, Facebook isn't. They're not putting out my content. I keep track. I run my page. I don't just put up stuff and just let it go. And all of my views, all of my interactions, everything is down. I'm still gaining followers slowly, but all my views are down. So days screwing the cowboy. As Laura would say, without Vaseline. Vaseline's not very good anyways. It's go with a water base. You don't want to be using them petroleum paste. And they're like, how the hell does he know that? I'm a learning man. Too messy? Yeah, it's too messy, too sticky. It's not used, it's really not used for that type of lubrication. It's not. It's not. A lot of people use it for a lot of things you shouldn't. You just look on the back, you see. Said we were all young and stupid. Yep. Plus, when you use it, doesn't matter. If you're using it for lubrication, it's going to stop being, it's going to become super fucking sticky really quick. Really quick. Don't use Vaseline as a lubricant. Don't do it. Use it as a skin protectant. You know, you want to put it on your lips to keep them from chapping, you know, or you want to, you know, skin protectant. It ain't a lubricant. No, it doesn't work that way. The more you know. Like I said, hey, you never know what they're going to talk about on the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Do not use Vaseline for anal lubrication. Oh, goodness. Stop it. It's a family show. No, it's not. It's not necessarily an adult show, but it ain't a family show. So, yeah, going to be an interesting week. Try to survive the weather. Man, up, down, up, down, up, down. Deal with the knuckleheads online. Oh, again, horrible. But I always keep in the back of my mind, you know, it's a matter of the hell. Gus did the oh no thing. It's a matter of perspective. How many good to how many bad? I'd probably get, you know, if I get like 200 good comments. When I say good, I don't mean either like or not. It's just not problematic comments. 200 comments. If I can keep it under 20 knuckleheads, I'm doing good. But you can imagine, because you know how much, even though I'm being throttled, 200's nothing. I mean, 9 hours ago, and the weekends are slow, I posted up the thing about the woman saying that if you voted for Trump, their blood's on your hand. That's got 140 emojis on it. It's got 23 comments, 6 shares. So, depending upon the content, yeah, this another one is 390 and 76. So, yeah. And then I get some knuckleheads that they got to hit the same post or multiple posts with bullshit, and I think I got them. It's like, okay, here we go. Okay, let's appease them here. Let them go here. Let some people have some fun with it, and then they just, oh no. And then I got to go and show them the door anyways. It is what it is. And yes, I need to get another song out for you folks. I haven't decided what I want to do, though. Plus, with my migraines, I haven't been on as good as I want. I get done and I say, sorry, baby. I'm sorry, I'm off. And she's like, what? What? I didn't tell. I couldn't tell. It's like, I can tell. I can tell. Yes, indeedy. And I need to get back out on the water. Water. Yep, water. Need to get out on the water. So what else we got going on there? Gus, how you doing? The missus still ain't got an appointment for her eye. She sent him off an email a week ago and a week before that. And the old gal that does the appointment, young gal that does the appointment, she took a break. She was on vacation, so they couldn't do it, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, come on, schedule the fucking surgery. Gus says, I went in last week and see if I had any liquid in my hip. Nothing. So I have to go get my blood work taken again tomorrow. Then have a doctor's appointment on Friday to see what it's next. Well, hopefully it'll go good. Gus says, I'm so tired of being put off. No, I get it. I get it. At least you're getting fucking appointments. At least you're getting appointments. I'm going to get the damn smoker here soon. I am itching to. The missus made a pork shoulder the other day in the crock pot. No, I mean, we do stuff. It's good. It's good. But we've been itching to do some smoking again. So I just wanted to get some of the snow gone and no more snow coming in. Some of the snow gone, no more snow coming in. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. But yeah, we need to start smoking some stuff. Yep. We've been loving the dishwasher. And the glasses come out so crystal clean. No residue, nothing. It's just like, it's like somebody buffed them. Like, this is fucking cool. Yeah. Gus says 2 months behind now. I should be on the mend already. Yes, you should. Laurel says we're going to be smoking a shoulder tomorrow. Yummy. Good on you. Good on you. I got some brisket. I think we got 2 or 3 briskets in the freezer. Because when they come up here, we get them. We don't get briskets much up here. And they tend to be smaller anyways. Normally the brisket size of a corned beef brisket, they're cured, which are about half brisket size proper. We try to get the biggest we can get that is not cured, just a standard brisket. And we do fine. I can cook them. I usually cook them in the oven. And, well, back when I was running my smoker, I ran them in the smoker, but I cook them in the oven. But, yeah, we got some briskets lined up and some chickens and all sorts of other goodies. By golly, Miss Molly. How's everybody else doing? I think I saw Laurel's truck. Was that your truck? You got a is that a GMC or is that a Chevy? It was a Chevy. You got a black truck too, don't you, Laurel? I think it was on her Instagram. Hers is fancier than mine. She got a fancy truck. My son has the black Denali. Yeah, I thought it was a Chevy. No, it's a GMC. It's a GMC. Denali. I thought that was, fancy truck. He got a fancy truck. I don't have a fancy truck. Mine's wider than his, though. Yeah, they brought him in. 2019 was last year, the wide bodies. And the funny thing about 2019, Dodge actually made the Classic and the new body, and the new body is narrower, in the same year. So in 2019, you could get either the Classic or the new body style. And they don't normally do that. Normally, you just come out with the new body style. But Ram decided to offer them both. Gus says, did I tell you about my chimney? Well, he is coming tomorrow to look and give us an estimate. Yeah, you did. You did. You told me about the chimney. Yeah, you called me. You called me and told me about your chimney. His chimney liner decided to shit the bricks, so he has to get it redone. Laurel says, he is a 22. I have the Ram. Yeah, still narrow. I think they're coming out with some wider bodies again now. God, it's good. Because, look, there was a notable shrinkage in cab space with the newer body styles. It's just, you get you sit in a classic or a pre 2020 on any of the brands. You get in them and you'll notice they're noticeably larger inside. And I'm a little feller, but I love it. I can't. My knee doesn't hit the dash anywhere. I can swing my knee, my left knee. I can swing it back and forth in front of me, and it doesn't touch the dash anywhere. That tells you they got some room. They got some room in that cab. I love the big cabs. I love the fanciness of the new trucks. It's like, oh, they're so nice. They're so pretty, and they're all high tech. And then I get in my truck and I drive, and I'm like, God, I love this truck. It feels so nice. I don't feel like I'm wearing my truck. I'm sitting in the truck, driving the truck. I'm not wearing my truck. And the missus loves it too. She's a queen. She sits over there in her throne. Has a good time driving down the road, going for the ride. Yep. Yeah. Simple's just got what you need. That's it. Doesn't have cameras all the way around. Got a backup camera. Truth be told, I don't use it much. I'm so old school. I still use mirrors and look over my shoulder. Sometimes I'll use the backup camera. So it has one. I find it's best for final backing in, to get in close to things. That's when I use it most. But standard backing up, I don't generally. I'd like a front camera. That'd be cool. A front camera. That way you can see how close your nose is getting to stuff. But I got it down pretty good. I can guesstimate. Yep. Yeah, the new models, man. Have you seen the 26s and 27 models? Whew. Man. The automakers are nailing it. Man, they are just, so nice. So nice. Laura says, inner, they are nice. Yeah, they're just like, wow. You guys are doing good. Doing good. She says, I bet they are nice. No, they're wonderful. Go on YouTube and look them up. They're just like, they are cool. They're nice. Yep. Gus says, well, someone just pulled my plug and I am crashing, so I'm calling it a night. Good night, everyone. Have a great start of your week. You too, Gus. Keep me up to date on things. You get some rest. You almost made it. I look over my clocks and coming up on 9. No, it's coming up on 10. I need to reset that when I get done with the show. They need to just leave the time zones, forward, back, whatever. Pick one. It doesn't make any logical sense to keep switching them back and forth. If you want daylight savings time, then keep that year round. Because it doesn't fucking matter in the winter anyways. The nights are forever. Go to daylight savings time and stay there. Laura says they need to just stop it. Right. Some states already have. They need to just stop it nationwide and say, enough of this tomfoolery. The reason for it in the first place doesn't make any sense now. And honestly, it didn't make much sense back then anyways. So they could tend their victory gardens. Like, okay, but whatever. Judy says, I don't mind going back, but forward sucks. For me, it's either way, because I don't sleep at night anyways. It's like, it's all just fucking. But just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Laura says the farmers hate it. The animals hate it. People hate it. Everybody hates it. Yeah, because you change, like with your animals, you change their schedule by an hour, it fucks them up. They're regimented. They're used to things, and their bodies know when it's going to happen. But yeah, leave it alone. Speaking of the animals, the missus hasn't been putting the chickens in and out anymore. We finally gotten to that. It's warm enough consistently where it's like, okay, the door's open the whole time, and they put themselves to bed and they get themselves up in the morning. So that's less work for the missus. We put them down some new straw. Sort of. It's. We couldn't get that. We needed good thick straw for outside. The medium and the fine is good inside the coop. It's not good on the ground. But they didn't have any of the thick stuff. So we got medium. So we put that down on the ground. We do that every spring because, of course, it gets wet and sloppy, and the girls don't like that. And I wouldn't either. But they're all happy because the days are warmer, and they're out there just looking around and doing their thing and jumping up on their roosts because you've seen them. I've got benches out there in their run, so they can jump up on it and sit on it and look outside and see what the hell's going on. They've been enjoying that. You wouldn't know it because we got so much freaking snow still, but it's like, yeah, this is good. They're having fun. They need to start laying again. But, yeah, that means I'm going to have to change I didn't change my watch, too. I hate it. Jesus. I wish it was as easy as like in the car or in the truck. You just go and you go, okay, clock, okay, boom, hour forward, set, done. Ain't nothing that easy anymore. Fuckers. Kids didn't come over this weekend. They were sick. So it's like, yeah. We're like, no, we don't need any of that. Laura says they used to be easy. Yeah, my Citizen is fairly easy. Yeah, I just pull it out and change the hour. It's a pain in the ass to change the day because then you got to figure out whatever. My cheap digital watch that I got when I was selling guns, and I got it because the numbers were really big. I could see the dates. Time is one thing, but if the date isn't big, the date was important to me. So I got a cheap one that had big date on it. That's a pain in the ass to change. It's a pain in the ass. Boy, I'd like to get me a nice, good G-Shock again, though. Oof. They were the shit. They still are. Okay, what else we got going on? We covered we covered the gals. I'm still waiting for Pam to be showing the door. When they find any excuse to get in front of a camera, male or female, doesn't matter, start worrying, because then they're being politicians and movie stars. They're not being the elected officials that are the appointed officials that they're supposed to be doing. And yeah, RFK Jr., stop it. By all means, ask questions about certain things. He could have handled that totally different. He could have just said, this is totally bad for people and it's bad for kids, and left it at that. Laurel says, I'm so tired of no one being charged and arrested. Yeah, and then the people that like, oh, there's been, it's like, yeah, but not what there should have been. Not what there should have been. You can rest assured, though, that this is the end of the Epstein thing. It's done. There's no political will for it. It's done. And I think part of the problem is it's such a quagmire. It is such a fucking quagmire. Nobody wants to step on toes, and then other people want to weaponize. It's crazy. It's crazy. If I was running the investigation and heading it, look, if I was in charge of the Department of Justice, things would have been done a little different. And what my focus would have been on that particular issue would have been totally different. Because like I said, if a crime was committed and these gals were being and they weren't children, I hate this. Oh, it's a pedophile island. There was not a single prepubescent girl on that island. These were all 16, 17-year-old girls that were fucking well before they got there. But we talked about that on the show before. So I get tired of the misrepresentation. Oh, and they're poor victims. Yeah, they weren't as they were not as victim as you think they are. Stop it. But if somebody's going to get charged with trafficking, if nobody's doing the deed, you got no legal trafficking. So who's doing the deed? That's what you got to look for. Who's doing the deed? It was not Donald Trump. I haven't done my Mohammed Road Apple media thing yet. It's like, should I? How am I going to do this? It tied in with the Epstein file about something about, I don't know, something like Congress is subpoenaing Mohammed because flight record shows that he flew to the island 72 times. Oh my God. I just got to think about how I might want to do it. You got the brief insight of man, my nose itches, of potential content coming. Oh goodness. Oh. Yeah, I think I should go with that this week sometime. I know that is gonna fucking make some head explode. Peggy says, I have to leave now. Good night, all, and thank you, John. You're most welcome, Peggy. Thank you for joining the show. But I've got, and some of the things like the Pete Hegseth meme that I did for Road Apple. Do you know how I came up with that? This is the God's honest truth. I was going, I got to come up with some good stuff. So what I did was I just did an image search for, I think it was like Democrat hearings or something like, and you don't only get that, but whatever, and that image came up, and it was Pete doing a news conference, and he was pointing like that, and the first thing that popped into my head was exactly what I wrote down. I saw the image, boom, and that's what came to mind. For the folks that haven't seen it, let's pull this up. That was golden. I couldn't stop laughing. I could not stop laughing. I'm like, I can fucking hear him saying it. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Oh, and the pirate one, that was good. Oh, they had some good ones. May you find someone who looks at you the way Clinton looks at old Epstein photos. That is funny. That's funny. Okay, yeah, and this is the Pete Hegseth one. Let's see if I can blow it up. There we go. Let's see if I can bring it down a little. Okay, there we go. And when I saw this picture, this is exactly what came to my mind. What he said, not the lead in. I heard what he said in my head. So then I wrote, in an unexpected move, United States Secretary of War Pete Hegseth pointed to a random reporter and stated, "You and me, 3:30, behind the school by the bike rack. Be there." It's like, he looks like he's saying that. Oh, God. It's like, oh, my goodness. So that's what some of the things is. I'll just look through pictures. And go, what is it saying to me? Similar to the, I used to put up every once in a while, and people didn't take me up on it, is the caption this. They do pretty good. They do pretty good on some pages. They don't do good on my page. I love caption this. Or you just put up a picture and then you go, caption this. My goodness. Yeah. But, yep. That's that. So, yeah, I hope that folks enjoy the... people seem to enjoy it. They're not seeing it. Because here it is. When I share things on my page from someplace else, Facebook doesn't push it. When I put a link on something on my page, Facebook doesn't push it. Push it. Push it. Yeah, they don't. They have been throttling my content. It just pisses me off. What are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yipper skipper. Oh, and somebody had asked me who was it that posted the, if you voted for Trump, their blood's on your hands. I blacked out the person's name. Like, who was it? Why did you black it out? It's quite simple. I blacked it out because I didn't want people to know who it was. It's like, why are you protecting? It's not protecting them. If I left the name, people would have went to her page. People go to her page, her shit gets seen more. I wanted it for my benefit, not for her benefit. I didn't want to send more people because Facebook doesn't care why somebody goes to your page. They just care that they saw your page and they saw your content. Well, this way people could see your content, but they couldn't see who it was from, and it benefits me and not her. And I did not want to help a jackwagon, and she most certainly was a jackwagon. It's all part of the game. Learn the game. Learn the rules. So, baby needs a bath. The truck needs a bath. I am tempted to get a cheap short hose, unscrew, because I left my hose on. I drain it, but I leave it on, and it's underneath the snow. But I can go in there and I can unscrew it, and I can put a fresh hose on it and just run it and just power wash the truck. There's still snow on the ground and everything, but if it's a warm day, it ain't going to turn the driveway into ice. And I don't want to pay at a car wash to get out and get wet to then get back into the truck, because with the racks, I can't go in the wash. I've got to go into the bay. I just don't want to get all wet and then get back into the truck. Where if I do it in my own driveway, if I get wet, not a problem. I go in, I take my clothes off and put on some dry clothes, and that's that. But, yeah. She needs a bath. Anything else? Prayers going out to all the people who need prayers. Again, if folks need to know my address, it's in the thing here. But you can go to my page. It's on, and then go to ways to support my content, and it's there. Just let me know if you send me something. Anything else? More 10 after. Not a bad show. Not a great show. Not a bad show. It was a show. Hope I cleared up a bunch of stuff for some folks. It's amazing the things that I pointed out, it's amazing the people are like, oh, shocked about it. It's like, because you see what you want to see. You see what you want to see. Judy says, good night, Cowboy. Have a blessed night. You too. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. Don't get sick. Laurel says, that's all, folks. Good night. Sleep well. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Grandpa. Good night, Mary Ellen. Was there Mary Ellen? Mary Sue? Mary something. I don't know. They had a bunch of them there. I'll be up bright and early. Say hey. Go to Facebook. Like, share, subscribe. You got to kick the algorithms off, you know. Just don't let them keep burying me. Go ahead and follow Road Apple Media on Facebook and Instagram. Road Apple Media. Seriously unreal. It's funny when people wake up and another guy was like, oh, does that mean? Yes, it does. Oh, great. Yeah. Yes. Road Apple. It's horse shit. It's a horse shit. It's fun. It's fun. But I will see you all tomorrow. Next show, Wednesday evening, same time, same place. That said, let's get this up and running. Some music here as I shut down. And let's have a great week. God bless and take care.